Yesterday, excuse me, we'd really let ourselves down in a Hyderabad game after how well we performed against Odisha. But we came back with that level of performance tonight, and it had to be. This is a top team. You know, Mohun Bagan still have their fate for winning the Shield in their own hand. They still have Mumbai to play. So, you know, but tonight obviously would have put them top. We knew that, but we were playing for our own agenda, and that was after letting ourselves down and letting our fans down against Hyderabad. I needed a big test of character, and I seen it tonight. We went behind. I thought the game was very even. We were in the final third and probably never had the final quality of ball that we should have. And then Johnny Calco's made a great run in the box, although we should have picked them up. We find ourselves 1-0 down. But the message at half time was to continue in the vein but have better quality in the final third, which we did. We scored a wonderful goal. We should have added to it. Vishal had an unbelievable save from Jordan Murray that led to the corner at the break, and then Big Ryan got. So over the piece, I think anybody watching the game, any neutral fan would have loved the game because it was two teams going all out to win. I told you I don't play defensive, I go to win games. What I'm trying to do at Chennaiyin, very similar to Jamshedpur, coming in and inheriting a team that's not been anywhere near the playoffs. Jamshedpur had never been in the playoffs, they've not been since I left, they've been champions with the Shield. So you can't come in, click your fingers, so incrementally you have to add things. And what we have to do is have that mentality to win games, and that's why tonight, I need to see it back. It didn't look a penalty to me from my position, but if it is, but the character we showed to bounce back again, to go to win the game, because many a team would have felt, well, a point here at Salt Lake's a great point, just sit and hold your point, but that's not what I'm trying to teach these lads. I'm trying to teach how to win games. So we got up again, and for a young Irfan, he's a young Indian number 9 who has got a lot to learn. Scored in the Super Cup, he's had numerous 5-6 chances before in the Super League to score, so to get his goal and what it meant and the quality he showed, that will stand him in good stead. So I'm working with him on a daily basis, and you can see his improvement, but there's still a lot of stuff to come. But over the piece, listen, it's an amazing 3 points. To your point, it puts us right back in the mix. Had we done our job as we should have against Hyderabad, we'd be clear favourites for that position now. But we've got it all to do. 2 home games now against 2 very good teams in Jamshedpur, who I know very well, and North East. But if we can replicate the performance level from tonight, from against Odisha, then of course it can lead to points. And if we can win games, it gives us a great opportunity of trying to attain that 6th spot. But listen, there's 6 teams that feel the exact same way as I do. I understand the question. I would think, if anything, that when you've been away playing, then you're actually in better shape because you're playing matches. Now that's been 3 weeks without a game for us. I do take a point, because I told you yesterday, when we came back, our boys had the 6-day break. We returned on the 16th, but we arrived. I've been training in Kolkata for 2 weeks. I've used the AIF pitch that I think Mohun Bagan reserves use it, but there's 3 or 4 teams in Interkashi. But what I wanted to do is be based in Kolkata. Have 2 weeks truly focused on playing against a big club and a big team. And what we had to implement, I'm glad you mentioned this, because what I implemented tonight, I tweaked a few little things, similar to probably what we did against Odisha. I had to try and nullify Mohun Bagan's strengths, but still allow us to be creative and attack-minded. And we did that. We were very brave tonight. At times we were man for man when I pushed Vinci and Farouk up against the back 3, and Mohun Bagan with Jordan. So it was a brave performance, but everybody had to do their job really well. We switched off for a couple of moments, but that's going to happen. But I was delighted, and I said to them before the game, finish the season strong with your effort, your desire, and nobody can ever question that. If ultimately it's because somebody has better players and a better team, then we can sleep well at night. What I don't like in any teams is when I don't think I'm getting the perceived hard work, effort, desire. That should be a minimum. You don't need talent to bring that. What you need is just, as I say, the thing that gets you up in the morning, the thing that wants to make you a top sports reporter for all your years, because every morning you want to prove something. That's the players I like working with, and they've shown that tonight. But one swallow doesn't make a summer. We have to continue to do that now in the last 3 games. I said prior tonight, I truly believe, somebody may prove me wrong, but I think 27, certainly 28 points, I think will get you that 6th spot. We now go in 21 with 3 games left. I felt before tonight's game we had to win at least 3 out of 4. You might have to win all 3 now coming, but what we have done is given ourselves a chance. And the pleasing thing for me is for the supporters, for my owners, Vitamam and Abhishek, fantastic owners. That was the reason I came back to the club. I could have went anywhere in the world, I had loads of offers, but I've worked with them before, I know how honourable they are, and I want to try and get CFC back to the heights where it's been before. Now that's a real challenge because there's some big clubs in this country, but I know we can do it because I've done it before, and that's what I'll try and do. Obviously know Devjit from previous seasons, and Devjit he's been outstanding for me. I have a very good goalkeeper just behind him in young Samik, who's another, but because Devjit's been playing very well, Samik's had to be very patient. So all credit to Devjit. I know people a lot, because they've always said, you know, he's not naturally tall, we know that. But I think Devjit's probably taking more crosses in the league than anybody. He's brave, he's experienced, and he's a great lad. And I think he showed tonight, you know, a top level performance when it was needed. Because when it got to 3-2 and there was, I think it was 6 minutes, it became 9 minutes, then you had to stand up and be counted. And Devjit showed his real quality. And I'm delighted for him, as I am all the boys. And it's always nice when, within a team performance, you have very good individual performances. I think that's a good point. Antonio wasn't there. To be fair, as you probably hear, I probably wasn't nearly there myself. I've been down with a bug for the last week, for the last 5-6 days. But I was fit enough to come and be at the side. I'll pay the penalty for it now. But of course, I mean, listen, I said to Antonio, I was looking forward to meeting Antonio. Antonio, he's a champion. We've always competed really well against each other. I love his passion. He's a top coach. So hopefully he recovers quickly. But all the preparation's done. I mean, those are top players. And the coaches he has are very good coaches. That's why you have staff. Otherwise you just do everything on your own. So, listen, I think he'd always like to be at his side, but it certainly didn't have any effect on the result, because very plainly why, Mohun Bagan went 1-0 up. So it was there for them to win. They had the game in the palm of their hand, and we came through hard work, through quality, and took the game from them, and fully merited to do it.
Extra time.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।